I'm excited, man. Looking forward to it. I mean, it's been a work in the making. I was supposed to fight in Triller in February and then go right to bare knuckle was the plan. But the whole event got canceled because of COVID. And then with my debut was supposed to be in May against Dat, and he had an injury. So it's been one of those things where it's like been just itching to get back and itching to get into making my debut with bare knuckle, especially after training 2 months, getting ready for Dat and find out the fight falls through. It was a little frustrating, but I spoke to Dave and we worked it out and we got a solid opponent for January, for June 24th.
He's undefeated, but he doesn't have nearly as much mixed martial arts fighting background as you do. Do you see it that way, or do you see he has an advantage because he's had a couple fights?
I think his advantage is that he's just tall as hell, and I'm short. I think that's his biggest advantage. I mean, I've been boxing for a while now. I mean, one of the things with MMA and doing MMA fights and stuff like that, you do your boxing rounds, you do your kickboxing, you do your jiu-jitsu and your wrestling, all that. And then you have to put it all together. With this fight, I got to focus on one art form, just focus on boxing. And I'm not like typical MMA fighters going in with, into the boxing gym with no experience. I have a lot of experience. I trained with a lot of fighters over the years, a lot of boxers. So I'm looking forward to it. I think he's tough, first of all. And I think he's tall as hell, and that's a big advantage. Besides that, man, we're going to go in there. A fight's a fight.
What's the goal there? You came so close in the UFC, for the bantamweight title over there. Is the goal here to come in here and you taking this seriously that you want to be the champ in the division?
Yeah, I mean, we sat down. Dave had a game plan for me. This fight, win it, and then the next is a title shot. 145 is vacant. So that is on my mind. It's nice walking into an organization that, friendly, they're great, but they have a plan for you. Not going into, I never burn any bridges, but, when I was in the UFC, I had it was 5-0 one point. I'm like, how many more fights do I need to get a title fight? Like, how many more fights do I have to go without getting? I mean, with a little organization, like smaller promotions they know that they're building blocks to get into the UFC or even maybe Bellator, usually, the most you ever have like 2 or 3 fights and then you got a title shot. If it was, so if you've been around like myself, it was a little easier. You got 1 fight and then a title shot. So it all depends on, experience, stuff like that. But, there was a game plan. With the UFC, I loved them. They treated me well. It was good times with them. Never know I might be back with them. I didn't shut my career off from MMA at all. But I like to have a game plan. I like to know what's going to be next for me. Not that I just got to keep fighting. And eventually 10 years from now, you get a title fight. It's a little discouraging.
Is there a way when you go to sleep at night that you see yourself, this fight, finishing the fight on the 24th? Is the goal in there to go try and knock him out?
Always, man. It's always the goal. I can't tell you how it's going to be. It's a fight. He's trying to knock me out. I'm trying to knock him out. I'm hoping that in the process of us exchanging, I don't break my hand. And, I was at the fights in Orlando, May 6th, when I was supposed to fight. And I'm hoping, it's, the biggest thing I've seen with the bare knuckles is it's easier to get a bad cut. You know what I mean? So I don't mind taking shots. I just hope they don't stop the fight because of some cut that I can keep going and get my win.